These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, get All right, we're checking out a new band today called Meshuggah. Checking out a song called Bleed. Let's get into it.
Centipede.
I was about to say, it reminds me of stuff like that, or like Two Girls, One Cup, or you know what I mean? It's like, the music video itself is like that, but he's chained
gruesome.
up. It's chained up. He looks like, you know what I mean?
It's gruesome.
I don't know if he's chained up against his will or if he just likes that.
Right.
I don't know.
True.
I'm blind, you know, this is like my first time. I don't know what's going on.
True. Hey, you got a read on it yet?
No. I feel like
what does it mean?
Definitely venturing into the dark side of things.
Okay.
So what's going on?
It's like a heart or something.
Okay, what is going on? Can you hear the words?
Not really, but I got a feel on it.
What you got?
Basically, like the internal battle, like you against your demons, right? And then like when he walks up and he reaches into like the sort of chest of the stone person, I think he's reaching into like his own heart, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, because you see this fisheye lens and stuff, I feel like that's all supposed to be some sort of like mirror type vibe, like some sort of like introverted, like this is all about like looking within type thing. I feel like he's reaching into the stone face, stone, you know, on the outside solid person to the heart. But then it's like, no, don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I won't let you grip this heart.
It hurts.
Yeah, like basically.
Truth hurts.
I don't have a heart. What do you mean? You know what I mean? And then, boom, he's like a mirror image of himself when he's like pulling his. Did you see that? It's like mirrored. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
My soul. Yeah.
What?
What is going on?
I could be totally wrong.
Because now the dude is captured.
Right.
Right? So it's like,
Right.
when he reached into that chest, that was the beginning of him basically becoming like that other thing.
Right. Right.
Which he seems like some kind of like slave dog to
Right.
these people.
Right. Yeah. I feel like this is kind of like a sort of war within yourself, and like sometimes the darkness wins, and sometimes you become a slave to your own darkness. And I feel like it's kind of like those vibes, but very artistically. Like these people are like, you know what I mean? Some kind of underworld in charge.
What do you think the black stuff represents? It's like on this dude's, on his private area, and on his hands, and then on the lady, it was on like her fingertips, and then on the like guy who's chained up, it's all up his arms and stuff. Because the other videos that represent like drugs.
Right.
But that doesn't mean it's like that across every music video. You know what I mean? I wonder what that represents.
I feel like it just represents like disgusting. You know what I mean? Like they keep showing that.
It's more significant than just disgusting.
Probably.
You know?
You know, they keep showing that cockroach on its back and stuff, and I feel like this.
I thought it was a beetle. It's a cockroach.
Okay, beetle. So a beetle.
I know beetles have like a meaning. I forget what it is, but you know, like in Egypt, like the scarab beetle has a meaning.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like rebirth.
Right, the beetle could have
like
a meaning
life.
here, but I don't remember what beetles mean.
Oh, life. Oh, that could. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong meaning, but I think it means life and like rebirth and stuff. But since it's on his back, like dying, maybe it's like. Maybe this is about suicide and like the sort of battle with yourself, you know, to persevere over yourself. Something like that.
Dang, he turned completely into that.
Yeah. Wow. Want to genius it?
Yes.
Oh, it's so artistic.
It's like, what? I have to know what this means. I have no idea. The initial title for this track stood as Aneurysm, and this follows the lyrics describe Thomas's conception of. Oh, we don't have the screen up. I guess it doesn't matter. Thomas's conception of transfiguration from life to death via hemorrhaged vessel within the skull. Still a little confused, but it's about dying, the transformation from life to death. Right.
Well, let's look at these lyrics. Beams of fire sweep through my head, thrusts of pain increasingly engaged, sensory receptors succumb. I am no one now, only agony. My crimson liquid, so frantically spilled, the ruby fluid of life unleashed. Okay.
I mean, I think the summary is like it's about the transition from life to death. Like this, the ruby fluid of life unleashed. That means like spilled. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like blood spilled. The song's called Bleed. Bleed out. You die.
Okay.
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. This is like super artistic.
You see this part right here? As death-induced mechanics propel its growth. You know what I mean? I think it's about what it said.
Interesting.
Dang, but what? So I guess, like, oh, this is just weird to me. Like,
falling into the clarity of undoing.
Not like bad weird, but just like I can't wrap my head around it. Like when you die, like you turn into that thing, and I know it's not literal, but is that supposed to be like the discomfort with death? Like is that what that represents? Maybe like the idea of what it's like to die.
I don't know, honestly. I'm not connecting it.
Like why did you turn into that little that weird dude with all the 4 arms? Why'd you turn into like his little slave after you died?
Well, so scornful gods haggle for my soul.
Oh, so that thing was a scornful god.
I think so.
So yeah, I think it's like the human conception, You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
perception of
And,
what
like,
life
the
is
lady
after
was-
death. Like you just be
Yeah.
chained to a scornful God who wants your soul kind of
Right.
thing. Either above or below, you know what I mean? But they're all
Yeah.
gods, so to speak.
Taunting whispers accompany my deletion. So I think that's what the vibe is.
Okay, I like that.
And then the lady was like another scornful god, I think, when she clipped the thing and they choked him.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then the other one with the heart, he reached in. I think that was a scornful god. I was like yelling at him. And it, you know.
Probably like symbolizes different religions.
That is interesting. The human relationship with death is very interesting.
It is.
It's like, it's literally inevitable. Every single one of us ever is going to experience it. So it's like, why aren't we so comfortable? Like, we're comfortable with birth, you know?
Well, I guess. It's not like you're that conscious as you're born. Like, you don't remember it.
Yeah, but it's like socially we all look up to
Right.
it's like, oh, you know, congratulations, you had a baby.
Well, we kind of need that for the species to survive.
Yeah. But death is weird because it's like, we're so like, it's so sad and so dark and painful and like scary and like all these negative things. But it's like, why isn't that just looked at like, oh, well, you know, just like birth?
Because it's unknown. And humans, like, we're not very comfortable with the unknown. We like our comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
And like,
I know exactly what
no one knows with 100% certainty what happens after death.
Right.
Like, no matter how much you believe or whatever, we don't know with 100% certainty. Like, we don't have definitive proof. And so there's always going to be a little discomfort, no matter how strong you are in your faith of this religion or that religion. There's still going to be some discomfort. And when people die, you're going to be sad, even though you may think they're going to a better place or whatnot. It's uncomfortable.
It is. And it's like you spend so much time getting this body calibrated how you want it to be. You know, like, as a little kid, you literally can't even, like, put food in your mouth. You, like, smash it all over your face. And so, like, the thought of, like, losing the ability to put food in your mouth again is, like, just, like, it's uncomfortable. Wow, this was really artistic.
Right.
Like, I love how super, like, you gotta, like, really read into some metal songs.
Right.
Like,
Like you have to study them.
You gotta, like, even the artist is, like, if we listen to 5 songs from them, we'll be able to understand the words. But right now, I could not understand, like, anything.
Like, other music is pretty simple, you know what I mean?
Right. But not.
When you hear it a couple times, oh yeah, I get it, you know what I mean? These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I know what that means, first time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just like, yeah, it's a little deeper. It's like, whoa.
Right. And then it's funny because, like, my preconception before hearing any of this was like, oh, metal is angry music. Oh, metal is dark, you know? Even, like, seeing this video, I mean, I think it's a reasonable, like, you see it, it's like, that looks pretty dark.
Well, I mean, I think when you're dealing with, like, death, people would consider that darker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, but it is, like, I feel like these are some important topics that you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's just, like, death and, like, depression, suicide. There's just, like, aspects of life that, like, are uncomfortable and, like, you know what I mean? But it's super, super artistic. I freaking love it.
Yeah, man, it seems like as you get older, you just come to terms with your mortality.
Yeah.
I don't mean like me, I've seen that with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like much older than me.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like, you know what I mean? As you start aging and stuff, you have to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Because it's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's so true. Seems like once you get whatever threshold ends up like being old, like where society looks at you as like older, I feel like once you get that age, it's almost like you're just glad to be alive. You know what I mean? But it's like, what if you could live like that when you're in your 20s? Like, you could be glad to be alive.
Right?
You know, like with that perspective.
Instead of being a spoiled brat.
All right, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, comment below any other Meshuggah stuff we should check out. I hope I said it right, because if I didn't, that's going to be really embarrassing. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't